Welcome to the jungles of Costa Rica, a dense ecosystem that brings with it plenty of challenges. Spanning over 10,000 miles, it's an area you definitely don't want to get lost in. The perfect place then to show you this, the new Gwg-B1000 Mudmaster. Specifically designed to deal with environments just like this, it's built for adventures a little further afield. The latest Mudmaster is our most advanced yet. Every single part has been analysed and improved. The watch's internal casing is integrated carbon fibre, incredibly strong, durable and light. The Mudmaster's familiar steel bezel is back, but now flanked by steel guard shock absorbers at all four corners, as well as over the light button. Each of these new guard sections has a graphite diamond carbon coating, providing huge resistance to abrasion, shock and impact. You can even see the fibre sections within the case divide. A lot of thought has gone into creating something bold and beautiful, clearly built to last. Now today we're heading to base camp, which is about 11 kilometres in that direction. Thankfully, the new Mudmaster has some new nifty tools to help keep you on track during the mission ahead. The new Gwg-B1000 now features a built-in mission log function. Record your time, distance, elevation, as well as your coordinates. These all transfer onto the Casio Watches app, essential when exploring a new location.
To activate the mission log, press the lower right button to enter altimeter mode. Hold down for 5 seconds until log starts to flash. The watch will record your current location information and send this to your phone. Log on will then flash. Your Mudmaster is now recording your progress in the background. There's wildlife here that's both beautiful and deadly, but something equally dangerous is the weather. Getting caught and prepared out here can cause big problems.
That's where the Barometer comes in. This handy tool measures the pressure in the air around you, allowing it to predict incoming weather fronts.
To activate the barometer, press the lower left button. Here you'll see a numbered reading. If it's above 1,000, the pressure is rising. The weather is likely to get better. If the reading is below 1,000, the pressure is falling. The weather will likely get worse. To monitor air pressure on the move, press the top left button in home time mode. This will show a barometric graph next to the date and alert you of sudden changes in air pressure, such as when a storm is incoming.
Here's a storm. Now, regardless of the conditions, navigation can always be challenging, but thankfully my route so far today has been guided by the GWG's latest edition, a built-in location indicator. The watch has the ability to guide you to preset destinations that you've been to before, such as home or your car, for example. In this instance, I've set the watch to our camp location earlier today before I was dropped off. To save a location point, press the top right button to enter compass mode. Hold down the button for 5 seconds until you see memory. Once memory flashes, your watch will save the location point and sync with the Casio Watches app. That location is now saved, which means at a later time, like now for example, I can use the watch to navigate back to camp. Hold down the compass button until you see indicate flash. The watch will then point you in the direction of your destination's bearing, together with the distance shown on the display and the seconds hand used to show you the direction of north. Now the route isn't always obvious, but thankfully the Mudmaster gets its name on account of its extreme mud resistance. Regardless of what this watch gets covered in, it will keep on working mud, grit, dirt, sand. It will keep on operating perfectly regardless of the conditions that surround you. Right, we're about 4 kilometers away, but this is definitely too high to get down. The Mudmaster's altimeter is within close reach all the time. Simply press the lower right-hand button to show the altimeter mode. This will show you your height above sea level, handy when you're mountain climbing, but we're definitely going to have to find a slightly different route down. Now, believe it or not, this watch is made of this. This is a castor oil plant. It's a renewable plant resource that we combine with other renewable sources such as corn. We mulch it together. We utilize steel and resin within other parts of the timepiece, but this bio-based product here is used within our bio-based straps on the shock absorbers and on the strap of the timepiece. It's one way that Casio are reducing their reliance on fossil fuels and reducing our CO2 emissions. This looks like a quicker route down and a chance for a wash. Now, as you would expect, the Gwg-B1000 is entirely 200 meters water resistant, which means a drop like that in terms of pressure is not a problem. Swimming, showering, or snorkeling is no issue. Oh, very good peace of mind. Regardless of where you are in the world, time accuracy is essential, which is why the Mudmaster has Casio's built-in multi-band 6 technology. Every single morning between the hours of midnight and 5 AM, the watch receives a time signal, keeping your watch accurate with atomic time. It also happens to be accurate to within a millionth of a second every 1,000 years. If that wasn't enough, built-in Bluetooth allows every single function on the Mudmaster to be controlled by a mobile phone. The Casio Watches app allows you to utilize a built-in phone finder as well as automatic time updates as you travel around the world. Every single function can be set and personalized, including timers, alarms, and stopwatches. Now, it's a good plan to have an idea for when it gets dark here, and the Mudmaster has that covered. Press the lower left button until you see sun, and the watch will reveal sunrise and sunset times for the location that you're in, essential when planning to set up camp or knowing when to wrap up your day's hiking. This looks familiar. Right, back at camp. So, there we are, the new Gwg-B1000 Mudmaster. A watch that's very much, well, mission ready.